I'm like the modern day Garvey, my mission is specific. Get a mic and represent the African party. Yeah, I'm like the modern day Tubman, the only difference I won't lead them underground, we got to run up in public. Yeah, I'm like the modern day Martin, but in these times.
Wagwan brothers and sis trends, it's Imani Blaze here, and I'm back with another video. If you are new to this channel, let me let you know how I get down here. On this channel, I speak openly and honestly about all things mental health, trauma healing, and wellness. I speak from my own raw, real point of view. I speak from my own life experiences, and it is my hope that as I continue to take my mask off here on this channel, I can encourage you to do the same exact thing in your life. What are we doing today? Today we are going to express gratitude, okay? Gratitude. That's the everyday attitude. Seriously though. I really just found myself like in such a slump. Like I have not been feeling good. Like it's partly seasonal depression trying to filter on in. It's partly scrolling social media, comparing my progress to other people's progress. It's partly me just thinking that I would have certain goals reached by now and I haven't reached those goals. It's partly me turning 30 and again thinking that I would have X, Y, and Z by now and I still don't have those things. And it's just been a lot. It's just been a lot going on up here. And as a result, I've been like finding myself slipping into depressive states more often than I want to be in them. But over the years of dealing with my mental health and learning the tools needed to tackle my mental health, understand my mental health, cope with my mental health, like I've learned how to push myself out of depression, because the times that years ago, I just used to stay there. I didn't know what the heck was going on. I was just like, whoa. Now I can like pinpoint it. I can see it. I can decide like, well, I'm going to just sit in it for a little while, because sometimes my depressive episodes, my depressive states, they're there to teach me something. And I've learned now that once I learn the lesson, it's time to come up out of that. And sometimes I don't need to even sit in it at all. So I need to do something to push myself out of it. So something that I do, and something that I had to do last week and the week before last to start to push myself up out of that, was to literally make a list of everything that I was grateful for. And that sounds so cliche, like, yeah, make a list of everything that you're grateful for. Gratitude is the attitude. You have to be thankful. But genuinely being grateful for your blessings, counting my blessings makes you feel better. It helps me feel better. Like, I don't really watch the news, but paying attention to what's going on out in the world, children dying, people starving, freaking hurricanes wiping out whole cities, towns, people losing their houses, people not being able to find a job, people that are broke. Like there's levels to being broke. People are struggling. I sit back and I watch. Well, I don't sit back at work. I still work. But like I pay attention to the people at my job, and they're unhappy. They're so unhappy in their circumstances. And I pay attention to the fact that like I'm not unhappy. I have different circumstances even within the same building as other people that are doing this, like a similar job. Like I don't have that experience. I used to be in the classroom. Teaching in the classroom is just not, it's not for me. I was completely overstimulated, which is why this year I was like, I got to get back out of the classroom. Like, I cannot do that. So this year I'm not in the classroom full time, like with a full set of students. I have caseloads, and I have specific students that I work with who have IEPs. If you're in the school world, then you know that language. And IEP just means that this child has a specific plan that they have to follow, and that the school needs to follow to help them be successful in school. And so a lot of my kiddos who have IEPs, they've got ADHD, autism, anxiety, all the things, and I work with them to help them cultivate new tools. We do a lot of mindfulness. We get our work done, but I am able to like be in my own room, tucked away. So I see my fellow coworkers who are still in the classroom. Like, I see them going through it, and I gotta count my blessing, because it's a blessing to be able to go into a school building daily and not want to say the world. Like, I am blessed. I'm blessed to be able to move about the building the way I do. Most teachers don't. They don't have time to pee. They don't have time to get their coffee, to do nothing. I have time to do all of that. Like, it's gravy. While everybody else is running around in shambles, life is gravy for me, and will continue to be gravy for me, because I speak to God very specifically about how I want things to be in my life. Before the school year started, I was like, if I don't feel like XYZ at work, I'm finna leave. God, make it do what it do. And God made it do what it do. So I just say that to say, like, I did a lot of that over the last 2 weeks. I've done a lot of like counting my specific blessings. The fact that like I can eat every day. People are not able to eat every day. I have a source of income. I have multiple sources of income. People, in order to have multiple sources of income, have to have multiple jobs. I have my 9 to 5, well, 7:15 to 4, and I have Simply Soul Searching, where I am able to like use my passion to do, and as an energy exchange, I get some revenue. Okay, I do my sound healing sessions. I teach my yoga classes. I don't like to call yoga classes, because they're not classes. I'm not teaching yoga. I'm guiding yoga. So yoga sessions. I've got contracts with my alma mater, Winston-Salem State University. I go to other college universities, and I get the shmoney in exchange for me just facilitating my passion, which is releasing, healing, all the things. But that's a blessing to be able to do that and have more revenue coming in, where I'm not having to do something that I don't want to do just for the shmoney. That's a blessing. So I'm not going to keep talking about my blessings. I want to create a space for you to focus on your blessings. If you're in a space where you are comparing yourself and comparing your life to other people's lives, it's so easy to get on that social media. It's so easy to start scrolling and look at the accomplishments of others, and start to look at yourself and be like, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this, I don't have that. In this moment, I want to encourage you and push you to think about what you do have. Count your blessings. Quite literally, count them. That's what I had to do. I got in the car, and I just like started talking out loud and saying all of my blessings. And when I started to do that and I started to reflect, it was like, wow, I really am blessed. Like, what am I sad about? What am I depressed about? And it's not always that simple, but it's a tool. And it's a tool that works for me. So I'm sharing the tool with you so that you can see if it works for you. So I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to play my sound bowls. I have a ton of bowls. But I've chosen these 3 as the bowls that I want to play, because these are my 3 favorites. I have my throat chakra bowl to cleanse and clear that throat chakra, honey. Say what you mean what you say, okay? And the words that you speak manifest into your physical reality. So be intentional about those blessings that you are writing down while taking in the healing sounds of the throat chakra bowl. I have my grounding bowl. This is the root chakra, because so often when we're not grounded in our, like when we are not practicing gratitude, is because we're not even grounded we're not grounded, period. Our root chakra, like that's the space of like our security, our ability to feel secure on this earth. If you're constantly worrying about how you're going to get this done, how you're going to pay this bill, how you're going to do this, that, you are not grounded, honey. So you need to ground down. So I chose my root chakra bowl as well. Yeah. And then the last bowl that I chose, this coincides and speaks to your authenticity. It speaks to like your ability to like honor your personal freedom. A lot of times we are in comparison mode because we aren't even honoring our authenticity and what we want our lives to look like. For me, that was me for a while. Like, I'm looking at how somebody else runs their yoga spiritual business, and I'm thinking my spiritual business is supposed to look like that. But that's not the way that they are running their business. Isn't even authentic to who I am and how ideally I would want to run my business. When I'm honest and true with myself and I allow myself to like be real with the fact that I'm not even moving authentically, I can clear that out. So that bowl is there to assist you in that. I'll be playing them together, and while I am playing them, I want you to grab your journal, grab a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, pause this as you do that, and come back once you have that. So I'm going to assume that you have what you need. You got your journal, you got your pen, or you got your paper and your pen, your pencil, all the things. And I want you to make a list of all of your blessings. Write them out. And then once you have made your list, I want you to read them out loud to yourself and thank God for your blessings. And just check in with how you feel after you've written out all of your blessings, everything that you can be grateful for. Then read them out loud and think about the people who don't have those things. Think about how they feel. And then notice how you feel as you read the things, read about what you do have and your blessings. Okay? So I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to play the bowls, and I'm going to let you do that.